Hi, this is Ernie. I'm that guy who had $6 in his checking account to now having millions of dollars. Grape seasons. And every time I see this, by the way, this is not regular grapes. This is called holiday grapes, available at Central Market. That's extremely juicy, and it's on sale for $1.99 rather than $2.99. So definitely go try it. But every time I get these grapes, it always reminds me of the advice that I got many, many years ago when I got scammed. I was down to last $6 in my checking account and had $15,000 credit card debt. And the message from my friend's uncle was very simple. And despite me being a Sunday school teacher and knew about the Christian parable about the pruning and grapes, it never really clicked until he mentioned it to me. And this is very similar. The theory, the concept, everything is of it. I mean, it's there for Islam, Buddhism, Sikhism, a bunch of others, right? Ultimately, what it is if you want to bear good fruits, you need to prune. And we grew grapes in our backyard, and knowing all this, we never did it. Maybe because we didn't know how to do it, or it just never clicked. But his comment was, every single bad habit I have is preventing me from bearing good fruits. It could be financial wealth, it could be success, whatever it is. And he asked me, like, what do I do throughout the entire week? And on Sundays, I watch Saturdays college football, Sundays, NFL. And he says, that will prevent you from learning new skills because you're sitting in front of a TV and not doing anything. So if you want to be more successful, if you want to be academically successful, if you want to find better skills, you need to get rid of these. And I said, man, college football and I mean, Coca-Cola built a new stadium for us, so it was like amazing. And for me to give that up, it was a lot. And he said, every single bad habits, unless you cut them off, not like slowly, gradually pruning them, that does not exist. You just have to cut it off. I will not be financially successful. So that's why I made a determination back then. I said, you know what? Anything that's bad for me. Like, luckily, I think I used to drink coffee, but I cut that off. I used to drink a lot. I cut that off. Fortunately, I never smoked. My dad used to smoke a lot, and I hated that smell, but I didn't do any of these. But a lot of the bad habits, I had to cut it off. And the reason why I want to tell you this message is when I post a lot of videos about generating weekly income selling options, many people have commented and said, I don't even have $5 I can invest. So, and back then I did not have $5 to invest. Back then I did not have $1 to invest. Because remember, I went to like Carl's Jr. to buy a burger, cut it in half, one for lunch and one for dinner. I did not even have $1. But if you get rid of bad habits like I have, you will find money. And of course, because you are not just cutting off bad habits, but you are spending that time and effort to build new skills, learning something new. And it enables you to find money here and there, generate a side hustle here and there, and start accumulating wealth. And once you get to $5,000, then you can do what I do, right? Selling options, make tens of thousands of dollars every week and never have to work. And when you start pruning bad habits, you are able to get to $50, $500, and eventually to $5,000. And this book shows you, and it's available at the library, so don't buy it. Just go to the library and borrow it. This will enable you to get to that $5,000, then start generating 1% every week. $50 a week, $200 a month might be sufficient enough to pay some bills. But if you just keep this up and you get to $100,000 or $50,000, $50,000, that's $500 a week or $2,000 a month, which might be sufficient enough to pay all your bills except maybe your rent. And then healthcare, of course, it's really expensive. But once you get to $100,000, now we're talking about getting $1,000 or $4,000 a month, $1,000 a week. It could potentially change how you live and how you look at job and how you look at your life. So the main message is take a look at some of your bad habits, whether it's financial or just like pure bad habits, and find out what you need to cut off completely, like cold turkey completely, so that you can start building wealth and do what I do and spend more time with people you care about, your kids, your parents, your mom, your dad, your spouse, and work on yourself. Mental health is critical. And your regular health, like the way I do, I've been playing pickleball, exercising on a regular basis. I used to get sick on a regular basis, but now I don't get sick. I'm actually the only one who's not under the weather in our household at the moment. But it will enable you to bear fruits. And another key thing is, just because you prune doesn't mean all of a sudden these like grapes are going to be massive and big. No, it takes time. It takes time. And you need to continue to nurture your financial health, whatever it is. And over a long period of time, it will. When it's the right time to bear fruits, it will bear fruits. But please do not expect this is going to happen 1 or 2 days or a couple weeks or a couple months. It takes a whole season. Hopefully, my message is good enough to motivate you to start investing and start pruning your bad financial habits so that you could start saving and investing and achieve your financial freedom like I have and retire in your 40s. Again, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys soon.